Taurus, and welcome to your June 2021 reading. Let's look into your energy today for the sun, moon, and rising signs. If you don't know your sun, moon, and rising sign, you can look in the description box down below for a free site that will take you to what you need. If this reading does not resonate with you, remember that energies can be reversed, means that you can assign the roles any way you like. But stick around because there may be something in the reading that you need to hear. These messages are timeless, and that means that even if you were to listen to this message a year from now or 2 years from now, if God brought you here, it's because there's something in it for you, whether it's today or in the future. If this reading does not resonate with you, it just means that I'm not picking up on your specific energy at the time. If there are cards in here that you want to resonate with you, but they're just not yet, that's okay, because all you have to do is go to the video, What Are They Thinking About You, April 2021, and at the end of that video, it explains on how to raise your vibration in order to match the cards that you're looking at and that you're wanting to bring into your life. Because all of manifestation is in your hands anyway. So if there's things in here that you like, great, use it. If there's things in here that you don't like and it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay too. During this reading, the angels are bringing the Holy Fire Reiki energy to you. And at the end of this video, I will release the trapped emotions for your sign. I will let you know what essential oils and maybe even some crystals that can help maximize your energy. So check out the description box down below for all the details. If you like this reading or you were entertained in some way, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. This way you can get notified as soon as I post something new. So before we get started, what I'm going to do is talk about some major things that are going to be happening in June so that you can understand where we're going before we get into your actual reading. There's a new moon solar eclipse that's going to be happening on June 10th. We're going to talk about that. Also, Mercury Retrograde is going to be for the entire month of June. And then we just got out of a lunar eclipse, which you probably should be still feeling some of the effects from, which was really wild, crazy energy. So if you've been feeling off balance, that's why. I did a video about the lunar eclipse. That will be in the description box down below so that you can get some more information about that. And it's for all signs, so you can watch your sign or all of the signs. Doesn't really matter how you do it. It's going to be a very intense month from mid-May until the end of July. And that's just because of everything that's happening. But this month is very important for people because it's about changes. It's about surprises. It's about making the instability stable again. So eclipses, whether they are lunar or solar, the eclipses are very important because they make things appear, things that you didn't know before. Like for instance, there was a friend of mine who we went over her retirement for her, and she didn't realize how close she was to retirement because she just assumed that this pension was going to take care of her instead of realizing that she could have just taken that money out and put it in a Roth IRA, and then she could build up her own money for herself opposed to giving it to the pension. That when she passes, the pension takes your money. You know, they may take care of you while you're alive, but what happens to your family and that extra money, that extra growth, right? She doesn't get the extra growth. The family would only get whatever she put in, which was very small compared to the growth, right? So that's what I'm saying. Something like that. You can get really big things that make sudden life changes for you, that make you go, you know, I really need to take a look at that again. And that's what's so important about the eclipse season, about the retrogrades. Please don't fear any of this stuff because it's the thing that you go, man, I wish I knew that, because if I would have known that, I would have made a different decision. And it really is it can be a very positive experience for you if you go into the mindset that way. Instead of the mindset of, oh my gosh, changes in my life, I think I'm done. You know what I mean? We don't need to do that, right? Okay. So, very interesting things. We're going to talk a little bit about Mercury Retrograde first before I get into your reading as well, because you need to know some things. Mercury Retrograde is about misunderstandings, miscommunication, restlessness. You might be jumping around to a bunch of ideas. So you may be feeling the effects of the lunar eclipse that we just had, where you might be feeling like you're pulled in a million places, or you just have so many ideas of things that you want to do. When we're in Mercury retrograde, We want to make sure that we don't jump to conclusions. That's really important. We want to make sure that we kind of wait on major decisions. It's not that you can't make major decisions. It's just really a month of planning is better. Because what can happen is if you make major decisions, quick major decisions like, let's get married. You know what I mean? Like you just met a person and you want to get married right away. It could turn into disappointment. You could backtrack a lot in the relationship, lots of redos. And then also we have where there's probably, because of the solar eclipse, there's probably going to be a large correction in the stock market, but it's going to be temporary. So those people who have money in the stock market, the best thing that we always do is we always just stay. Don't freak out. Don't pull your money out and create a panic. Because it's possible there's going to be a correction because of the energy and the planets. And so just be aware of that and take a deep breath, and whatever you do, try not to do major things like pulling all of your money out of the stock market because there was a correction and now you're like, oh, we're going to lose all of our money because of, in our Bitcoin and everything. Just don't do that. Just say, you know what, if I'm going to make any major decisions, it's going to be in the middle of July or the end of July. I'm just not going to do it right now, but I will make the decision. I'm just not going to do it right now. Because finances is a big thing with all of those planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Aquarius, all of those planets. Finances is really big for that. And finance is also really big when we're talking about the Mercury retrograde as well. We could spend too much, or we could plan for our future. So it's really whatever decision you're going to make. New moon solar eclipse is in Gemini on June 10th. That could bring on a correction around that area. But that right after that, though, Mars goes into Leo on June 11th, which is going to give everybody the courage to push forward to their goals. So even though we're going to be in Mercury retrograde, you are going to get this feeling of wanting to push it forward towards your goals. And that's fine. Just make sure that we're not starting a brand new business. It's good to start a business, but make sure we're in the planning stage and that you actually do the launch after the Mercury retrograde, which is July, the middle of July, okay? Now, June 12th, then we have Venus is very powerful, and then you're going to want to feel like going to parties and love and creativity and all of those things. And then June 13th, you're going to get more secrets revealed by the sun, because the sun is going to start shining bright and big in the solar system, so we're all going to get illuminated as well. So it's going to be a very, very powerful month. My job for you is to give you as much information as you can so that you can move through it. Please use the support of your friends. Maybe I'll even post a suicide hotline in case some of you guys need to talk to someone and you don't want to talk to your friends. Because it could, I'm not saying it's going to be that horrible, but it depends on your astrology and what you're going through in life and how many changes you're going to have. And so what I'm saying is the energy won't last forever. So for those of you who are feeling like you can't do this anymore or whatever, that could be a feeling, because whenever the energy is big and we're not understanding it, or we're not linking two and two together, then we could have that feeling. Some things that you want to remember for the Mercury retrograde is that you might be forgetful. It's going to pass. All of this is going to pass. You might have a hard time making up your mind about things. You might change your mind a lot, going back and forth. You might second guess yourself. You might have issues with your cell phone, your computer, your electronic devices. You might need to plan a little bit better for trips, road trips and car trips and plane trips. Just make sure you leave a lot earlier and a lot for more time. Like, don't leave at the last minute, because Mercury rules over communication and travel. So make sure that you are just giving yourself ample amount of time when you're driving. Try to get your car serviced before the retrogrades next time. And if you didn't do it, make sure you do it after the retrograde. Get your car serviced, get your cell phones and things like that repaired and stuff after the retrograde, unless you need it repaired right now. But just be aware that there could be a lot of back and forth with the repairs, and just let it go. Be what it is. Be very fluid through this time. It's not really a good time for making contracts. You can do it. You just have to look at all the details. You can't just go, okay, and sign it like you could at a non-retrograde time, or you have before at other times and everything was worked out, because you might not have all of the information to make a great deal. So that's why you don't really want to do contracts or promises or something like that during the retrograde. It's just because you may not have all of the information. You might want to buy something and think it's a great deal and then want to sign the contract, but then right after Mercury retrograde it goes on sale. So that's why you kind of want to wait. And so if you can wait, just say, hey, I'd love to do this with you. I think I'm just going to wait until the end of July. And I did that when I bought my house. So I found the house that I wanted during the retrograde. And I almost bought a house during the retrograde, but because I knew this, I was like, I don't know. And then I found out later that the house had a natural spring on it. And even the landscaper was like, I wouldn't have bought that house, which is really good because I ended up not buying that home because it was the retrograde. That's why I didn't buy it. And then I waited till after into the shadow period. Then I found a house, and then we didn't actually sign the contract until the retrograde was completely over. So just so that you are aware of that, there are ways of working around it. And I was very clear with my realtor, I'm not buying a home during the retrograde. My realtor probably thought I was crazy because she didn't really know much about it, and I understand. But I know. And if you know, you can just be like, hey, if we can hold off on this, I'd like to. Now, if you've already been making plans for something for a really long time and the event happened in the retrograde, it's supposed to, and that's okay. So I have a lot of people who've been looking for jobs, and they're like, oh, am I not supposed to take a job right now? No, if you've been doing it well before, then yes, you totally can. If this is something that you've been doing for right before the retrograde and then it just popped up. Now, if a job pops up in the retrograde that you had not in your awareness, that could be a good thing because of the solar eclipse, but it might not be a good thing too. So be careful and make sure you cross your T's and dot your I's and check every detail and ask for more information. Don't just assume. Don't assume anything during the retrograde. Make sure you're very clear about your communication. Make sure you know all the details about the job. Make sure that you know everything and see if maybe you can't hold off on actually signing the contract until the shadow period at least. Those are some things to kind of look at. I'll put the link to the dates of the Mercury retrograde in the description box down below as well, so that you can click on that and you can see all of the dates for the Mercury retrograde so you can plan your life accordingly and just in a very good way. Okay, Taurus, thank you so much for waiting. I had a lot of trouble with Mercury retrograde with technology, so I recorded several videos that I did, and I recorded them for about 45 minutes or so, and they were gone. And they did not work. So I had to redo a whole bunch of videos this month. So I apologize for you waiting, and I appreciate it. But one of the good things for being the last one is that you're really in the energy now. And so we can really feel what's going on. So it's going to be a good reading, all right? Okay, so Taurus, let me make sure you're recording. Yes, okay. The energy that is Taurus, the energy that's around you shows abundance of nature. It is rich, earthy, and productive, yet relaxed and slow. So that's good. Good energy. And, that won't even fit in there. Why? Okay. And Mercury retrograde is all about how you think, communicate, write, talk, and travel. That's what we're working on in the retrograde, always, every retrograde. And what yours is going to be is in your second house, which is your assets, finances, and the things that you value. So let's talk a little bit about that. So specifically for your sign and Mercury retrograde is finance, second house. It's good for figuring out new ways to increase your income. You'll be savvy financially this month. You're going to feel really good. So, and maybe you want to look at investments. Maybe you want to look at new things that you don't know about, maybe Bitcoin and things of those sorts, because you're going to be very, very able to comprehend finances this month. So financial transactions are going to be pretty good. Spending money is going to be really good, and restless about money. Now, although I say this is really good, there's always a shadow side. So remember, in finances, we have to be careful about how we're vibrating. If we're not vibrating in the higher vibration and we're vibrating low, then we could get things like when you go to the restaurant and they charge you more money for things that you didn't actually get. I had a situation yesterday where one of my computers, I had to return it, and then I ended up having to get another computer for my son, and it ended up being $170 something more. I just don't even get mad during the retrograde, because it's just that's what happens during the retrograde. It's like the same thing with the videos that I did. I did 3 different videos that I recorded for about 45 minutes, and none of them recorded. And I wanted to get upset, but I just took the day off. I said, forget it. I'm not even working in this energy today. I'm not even going to do it. Anyway, just kind of want to let you know that that is what's up with you. Is going to be your second house, which is going to be about finances and money. So you could have really, really great things happen with money, and you could have some things that try you a little bit. So try to stay focused in on being like water and very fluid. It's very interesting. My husband, he was learning, he's been learning a lot from me about the retrogrades and things of that sort. And at first he didn't believe me until he had enough experiences where I'm like, remember, it's retrograde. And I remind him it's retrograde, it's retrograde. Finally, I want to say this is probably, I don't know, I want to say we've been talking about retrograde for about 2 or 3 years now. I've been talking to him about it, and now he's finally figured out how to move through the retrogrades. He said, I've had things happen to me. He goes, I just let it go. I'm like, that is awesome. Because it used to be like every retrograde was very difficult. And I try to explain to him, it's retrograde. You have to understand that so that you don't get so hoity-toity and bent out of shape. Like, just let it go. And he finally yesterday said, I think I figured out how to get through the retrogrades. Good. And it's interesting because he's not a water sign. He's a fire sign. So he has to act like a water sign moving through the retrogrades. That doesn't mean emotional. It means just move like water instead of being like fire. All right, only accepting the highest and best truth for the Taurus Collective's highest and best good, bringing forth the most accurate answers. Also, I want to thank you guys for the likes and subscribes, the donations. I had to fix the donation link, which is in the description box down below, because Mercury Retrograde, all of my videos for Mercury Retrograde, the donation link was broken. So I had to fix it. It now works. And so it's been crazy, but I do thank you for all the texts and the support and all the subscribing. I'm almost to 500 subscribers, which helps me be an Amazon affiliate, which is really cool. And then we will just keep moving up from there. So I just appreciate all of your help. This has been super fun. I love all the comments that help me know what I'm doing and is helping you, because it makes me want to do it. Otherwise, why do it if it's not helping people? Okay, so the overall energy for you this month is going to be the 8 of Pentacles, which, see this guy working really diligently. You know, he's got his head down. He doesn't look upset or anything. He's just kind of, doing his job, doing his work. So it seems to me like you're just going to be super focused on something. It could be a work, it could be love, it could be anything. But you're focused in on something for sure. It could be working on yourself. Maybe you're focusing in on how to do that. But, and it's interesting because Taurus is a really good sign of focus. So my son is a Taurus, and he's very focused, like super focused. And I just feel like that is the sign. So I feel like you're going to be in your energy. Your head's going to be down. You're going to be feeling very much like methodical about what you're doing. I'm going to get this done. Now, the energy that you're coming from is the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles is like maybe your talent was shining. Maybe you got some money news. You were auspicious. Maybe you got a job offer. That's awesome. Congratulations to those of you who did. And just maybe some new opportunities came in for you. It can be new love as well. So it just really depends on what's going on in your life. The energy that's going to be for the month of June, Mercury Retrograde area, anyway, is going to be the feeling of giving more than taking. You're going to be very generous this month. So it feels to me like this could even be the universe giving to you. It could be God giving you a gift. It could be, it's not really an energy of taking. This could be you getting a gift or you giving gifts, but see this right here, it's very balanced. So whatever is going to be happening giving-wise is going to be balanced. Maybe you're going to feel very charitable. Maybe you're going to feel just very open to helping other people, or maybe other people are going to be coming in to help you. It's coupled over with the Strength card, which is very interesting. And I'm wondering, now that I've seen this card as well with this one coupled, and I'm hearing something a little bit different, although they're saying that yes, it is a time of giving, they are also telling me that there is a gift that the universe is giving you that at first you won't see it. I'm surprised I didn't get that card where the guy's looking down and the universe trying to get him a gift. But they're showing me it's the same type of energy. And you're going to need to have some strength through it, because at first it's not going to seem like a gift. At first it's going to seem like deception, which is interesting because that's the next card that came. At first it's going to seem like, is this person trying to get one over on me? And it might feel a little murky because it's Mercury retrograde. So just whatever you do, don't make any big decisions about anything. Be methodical. Okay, take a step back, observe it, see it for what it is. Don't make any decisions, don't make any judgments, don't judge a book by its cover, because it could be a gift. Now, it could be a gift of you seeing deception and then being able to cut that out of your life. So let's see where this goes, okay? Because before I get there, no, they want me to go here. Okay, so they do want me to show you that the card, that the energy that's coming for you is going to be, look at the way this guy's looking at those people. And he's got his stuff. He's got some swords laying down. This is actually a card of deception. It's a card that, or a feeling of deception. It doesn't even have to necessarily be deception, but it can be a feeling of secrets. So he feels like, look at the clouds, first of all. The clouds aren't fluffy. That's kind of a fast-moving cloud. Not fast in a good way, but fast in, it looks creepy, right? And so it looks like, okay, you know, they're gray, and so they could rain at any time. It could rain on your parade, right? But it's like you looking at these people like, did you really think? Did you really think? And what we're asking you to do is don't go into it with that energy just yet, because it may not be as clear as you think it is. So just take a step back and be methodical and be observant, because it may not be, but you definitely might have that feeling because the energy is there. Does it mean that that's what's happening? No. You know, you might accidentally accuse somebody of something that's not true. So don't do that. Just wait. Before you do anything, wait until the end of Mercury retrograde, which is the end of July or end of June. We only have a couple of weeks left. Well, okay, 3 weeks left, but wait. If you're going to make any major decisions, wait, because you might be getting a feeling. So for instance, I had a feeling the other day of something that was completely untrue. I knew it to be kind of untrue, but I had these feelings that were so strong that it was hard for me to believe it. So I went ahead and confronted the situation anyway, even though many, many times before I've had that feeling and I'm like, nah, it's not true. It's not true. There's no way. But for some reason during the Mercury retrograde, it made me do it. And I did it, and I didn't regret it, but it wasn't pretty. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't fun. I would have rather not do it. I would have rather not been there. So I just kind of want you to be aware of, there's kind of showing me that. But I remember checking in with God and saying, why did you have me do this? If I've always known that this wasn't true, why did you make me believe something was true? And God said it was because there were some feelings that I needed to let go that were there, that were hindering me from moving forward. That was the only way, it was the easiest way for me to let those go. Instead of actually living in the horrible experience, it was the easiest way, and I hope I'm explaining this well for you. It was the easiest way for God to create something that wasn't true so I can let go of the feelings, and then I'm now done with that. Okay, so you might get something like that. Just kind of be aware of that. But here's the thing, is you're asking about your emperor. Whether you're asking about a person who has these qualities of an emperor, somebody who's a go-getter, strong, in their power. They could be a prick. Emperor's kind of a prick. It could be that. And that's the shadow side of the emperor. Otherwise, the emperor is somebody who's like really, really awesome and amazing. Everybody wants to be with the emperor, right? And so it's coupled with your hopes and fears, which is the Queen of Pentacles, which you're wanting a reliable person. Yes, the Emperor could be reliable. You're wanting a person who's well off. Yes, the Emperor is well off. You're wanting a person who's affectionate, instinctive, wisdom. They're great at like making a home nice and caring for the home, and they're good at their finances and their health, and they're good at sex, and they're good at fertility, and they're good with children, and they take care of themselves. And you're asking about, that's what you want. You want that type of energy. And so let's see where we're going with that. You're going to feel real good this month, so no matter what deception comes your way, you're going to be able to handle it because the energy that you have is one of the best decks in the card. Is you're feeling really good. Taurus has been feeling really good for a while. It's just really awesome. I'm very proud of Taurus. I'm happy for you because that's beautiful. You're going to feel really good, and the people around you are going to feel really good. So lots of stuff. Like you're going to want to party. You're going to want to get out. You're going to want to be around people. Don't worry about the deception, because sometimes, like I said, if the deception comes up, it may not even be real. It might just be for you to let go of some insecurities about the relationship and about the people that you're around. Okay, it could be insecurities within your career. This could be career. People around you are going to feel good in the office. You're going to feel good in the office. You're wondering about your career stability. You're wondering about the reliability. That could be career as well. You don't always have to read this in as love, but those of you who are wanting to know about love, it could be love as well. We could just they were alluding me into love. But I wanted career people to understand that whenever you hear a love reading, you can actually hear the career in it as well. You just have to listen and make it fit your situation, because the energy is the energy. Now, here's the really cool thing. In 1 to 3 months from now, you're going to be feeling like that illusion, the deception that you believed to be true, that helped you release your insecurities because it was not true. So that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that whatever you think is deceptive, hold strength through that, because it's a gift from God. Here we go. Just let me show it to you. Whatever you think is a deception, hold your strength through it, because it's a gift from God to help you release the illusion that's going to help you become the emperor. That's the storyline they told me. Okay? So that's really beautiful. Now, so yeah, 1 to 3 months from now, you're going to feel like that illusion is now gone. You are amazing. You're going to put that feeling down of your self-worth being so low in that area, as if you're not good enough to have that type of person or have that type of job. You know, you're just, whoever made you feel not good enough, I don't like those people. Okay. Now and it's going to bring you the Lover's card. Now, for those of you who want career, the Lover's card means choice. So it's going to give you the choices that you can move forward. It's going to help you make different choices, because now when you feel your self-worth, then you know you can go for that job. Or now when you feel your self-worth, you know that you can go to school to be that person thing that you wanted to be, right? So for the people who are talking about love, this is the Lover's card. You're going to get the relationship that you want, the twin flame that you want, the sex that you want. Everything that you want, you're going to get it, because you're finally going to let go of that self-worth issue that's been plaguing you pretty much your whole existence, because we all struggle with that in some way, shape, or form. The last thing is 3 to 6 months from now, you're going to review your life and everything that's happened in your life, and you're going to look at it like, I have the best life in the world. I'm so glad that my son is so cute. He says it all the time. He said, Mom, I'm so happy that you're my mom. And Mom, I'm so happy that this is my family. Mom, I really love all the toys that you give me. I just thank you so much for everything. He's just so grateful. He is just so beautiful. He's a beautiful soul. So that's how you're going to feel. You're going to feel like that. Thank you, God, for my family. Thank you, God, for my children. Thank you, God, for my home. Thank you, God, for my money. Thank you, God, for everything. And you're going to, it's just, you're coupled with the most beautiful card in the deck as well. So you have 2 cards. You have the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. So you're going to move up from feeling amazing to even more amazing. Like, that's beautiful, Taurus. I'm just so happy for you. I love the energy. You're going to love the energy. Just let the Mercury retrograde be what it is. Ride the waves. Because they're just waves. That's all it is. And Mercury brings up stuff for you. I am going to bring up some cards for people who are interested in love, since I did see the Lover's card. I don't bring these up for every reading. So if this is a little bit longer, you don't care about it, then you can fast forward and go right to the essential oils and the crystals. Okay? Let me make sure it's still recording, since I've had so many problems. Okay? Oh, Mercury, I love you. Oh, Mercury. Oh, my. You're always an adventure, Mercury, when you come into my life. All right, what does your person think about you and want to tell you? All right, beautiful. I feel you so strongly, I can taste your essence. Ooh. You are a diamond of immense strength and beauty. That's truth. Truth. Tauruses are pretty amazing. I have to say that. I am battling my demons right now. Ooh, somebody's got, so that's what this is. You're feeling their demons. This isn't you. This isn't you. They're battling their own demons and maybe projecting some of that onto you. And I worship your perfection. Ooh, that's sweet. That's juicy. Taurus, I don't know who you're involved with, but man, that's pretty juicy stuff. Let's see what else is going on. I love that. Let's get some more. It's like a romance novel. Oof. I'm just kidding. I don't read romance novels, but if I did, I'd read one by a Taurus. You guys are lovely. Lovely. Wouldn't it be lovely? Lots of chocolate for me to eat. Lots of cold making lots of heat. Warm face, warm hands, warm feet. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely? All right, let's see. I want to be more than friends. Ooh, I want to feel that way again. And here you go. This is what's bothering them. I know I crossed the line with you. Ooh. So this person's a little conflicted if they're not giving you the love or the sex or the whatever that you're looking for. They're dealing with stuff. They got Mercury Retrograde too. So be cool. You know, they got Mercury Retrograde. Leave them alone. All right, Taurus. So the oils that came up for you are tangerine and neroli. Oh, okay. I know what that means. Tangerine is spontaneity and neroli is good sex. That's just truth. Truth be told. But those of you who aren't interested in that right now, if that's not your thing, then neroli is shared purpose and partnership. So for those of you who are trying to bring in your partnership, your lover, your choice, your relationships and work or whatever, then you can use spontaneity to kind of get you free and loving, and then neroli will help you to build that partnership. For those of you who want good sex, that's a good combination. Because sex is very emotional, and so oils are very emotionally based. So can you use oils to enhance that experience? Yes, you can. So if you want, if you want these oils, they're in the description box down below. There's a link to doTERRA. I suggest you only buy oils from doTERRA. Do not buy them from Amazon. If you buy them from my link, then I send you a special gift. It's always the way that I do it. There's a $35 membership fee for the membership where you get 25% off of oils for the entire year. It's a one-time fee. If you do not want to pay a fee, the other option is to do a starter kit where you can waive the $35 membership fee. You can add these oils to your kit and get all that shipped to you within 3 to 5 days, and you'll have a kit full of oils that you can play with. Anybody who gets a kit from me actually gets a bigger gift from me because I do enrollment gifts. And then I always support people with education as well. So I have a team of people that are on my team, and we support everybody with education. So, but do not buy off of Amazon because you don't know if you're going to get a fake, and doTERRA is not on Amazon. So 9 times out of 10, you could get something that is not actually doTERRA. It's not guaranteed. The other thing is I only buy doTERRA because doTERRA is 100% pure. There's no additives, nothing like that. You're getting straight neroli and straight tangerine. You're not getting something that is made in a lab to make it look like it's those oils. You're actually getting the full component of the oil. Okay? So that's why I use those. Let's go ahead and figure out what crystal you're going to use, and then we're going to release the trapped emotions of anxiety in your spleen at the age of 6 and bitterness in your liver at the age of 4. And that'll help you for when you have conversations or where you feel like something's being deceptive. You won't get mad about it and you won't have anxiety about it. All right, you can release the trapped emotions. You can come to this video as many times as you need to release those emotions. I suggest you do it before any major conversation. I suggest you do it just all throughout the month, because it's not just one time that you were bitter at that age, and it's not just one time that you had anxiety at that age. There's multiple. Like I released 1,300 emotions out of my body, and I'm still releasing stuff. So come back to it as many times as you need to help you get rid of that stuff that's hiding inside of your organs, okay? And it's hiding there because when you were little, you didn't know what to do about it. So you just kind of hit it until you can. All right, so clear quartz is your actual crystal. And It's to help you get crystal clear, because this is going to make you really, it's going to make you feel weird. You're not going to be crystal clear about that. And even though I've given you what they think and I told you that it's not you, I'm going to tell you when this comes up, it's going to trigger that self-worth issue that you have. So use some clear quartz to help you stay crystal clear on decisions and talks and all of those beautiful things that are happening. All right, Taurus, what I want you to do is sit back and listen to the music and let it calm you and relax you. We're going to go ahead and start releasing those trapped emotions. And let's relax your body. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. I'm going to ask Archangel Michael to please come in. I'm asking your inner child and your higher self and your angels and spirit guides to please be with us on this journey while we release these trapped emotions that's been living inside of Taurus since the age of 6. We're going to start with anxiety and your spleen. Breathe in and imagine your spleen, and think of something that maybe at 6 years old made you feel really anxious. You might have something pop into your head. God may have handed you an experience. Think about that and breathe out. Let it go. It's not part of your world anymore. Breathe in. Little 6-year-old Taurus, you do not need to feel anxious anymore. Give me the anxiety so that we can give it to Archangel Michael, please. Breathe out. Very good. And if you can't think of anything that made you feel anxious at 6, maybe you don't remember anything at all because you have amnesia, because the angels and guides do help block out information because if it's too horrible. All right. Actually, sometimes during major abuse, your soul will actually leave the body. So the soul knows the emotion, but did not experience the experience the body did. Okay. That helps you kind of understand people who've been really traumatically abused. That's the way that it works. So breathe in and breathe out that anxiety. Very good. Now the next one that we're going to do is we're going to release the bitterness that's inside of your liver since the age of 4. Like I said, if you don't remember, then just think about something right now that's making you bitter. Otherwise, when you relax, try to see if you can get something in your mind and remember it when you were 4. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. This time we're going to breathe in and ask Archangel Michael and your angels and guides to please help remove the bitterness that's been living inside of your body since the age of 4. Breathe in and breathe out. Very beautiful, Taurus. Thank you so much for coming to this reading with me. Come back as many times as you need to get rid of that bitterness and that anxiety. And if you like this reading or entertained in some way, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. This way you get notified as soon as I post something new. Also, I cannot wait to do the next reading for you, which is going to be all about love. So you have a great, great day. Bye.